want to wear one of the tassels that I have, the royal
The
tassels.
royal tassel of the Hebrew Israelite.
Right.
Okay.
So true. Let me ask you a question. My
Rude.
daughter Willow, she's 10 years old.
Will's funny.
Yep. If she drove my car into a neighbor's house and told you that she wanted to kill people, should she be stoned to death?
No, she should get some real professional help. And not only just her, the extended help should be on the families to somewhere on the line somebody wasn't paying attention to the signs that there was something wrong with this child.
Right. You think my other daughter, you think Kiana might be the one to do something like that if I don't watch her.
Yeah.
Uh, so there's an 11-year-old girl, Willow's 10, but there's an 11-year-old girl in the news who took her family's truck and drove it into someone else's home and told the investigators that she wanted to kill people. Louisville, Kentucky. Police in Louisville, Kentucky said an 11-year-old girl who drove a truck into a family's home Friday told authorities she wanted to kill people. Now, the, uh, excuse me, the officer couldn't believe what she said. He was like, "Excuse me?" And she said, "I wanted to kill people." And then he said, "I'm sorry, what did you say?" And she said, "I wanted to kill people." He asked her again and again, and she stuck with she wanted to kill people. I did it to kill people. Pate said he overheard the girl while she talked to police. He told police that 5 children were living in the room at the time of the crash. The girl's family said she has autism. The girl's grandmother told the station that the girl may have been influenced by a TV show she watched where the character steals car keys. The girl was not identified in the report. Authorities said charges are unlikely.
Well, I don't know if they should be charging the girl. She got autism. I know that the girl needs extended help,
Mm-hmm.
not just that make believe little counseling that a lot of counselors do today. Girl, and not throw medication at her because she's probably already on medication for autism.
Mm-hmm.
And the family themselves, I believe, they have to go to some kind of training, and I'm gonna call it training because I don't think that would be counseling. I think I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt that they're good parents and stuff, but they just missed the clues because they weren't informed.
Or too focused on the autism to
Yeah.
really worry about other behavioral
Yeah, that's what
developments.
I think. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there's a lot going on in that one story like that. Yeah, but should the child be getting away with no kind of repercussion? No. No, that's going to send a bad message like that. We don't understand autism that fully to see what that message would do. And it may be a TV show. It may just have been the news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the news has these things going. We do it all the time. Yeah,
Right.
because that's what everybody's all about. We got Antifa on one side. We got the white supremacists on another. We got blacks on another. We got women on another. We got hectagons going on. We got so many sides of violence, terrorism.
Mm-hmm.
We're becoming. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she needs some serious help, and the family needs to have some kind of awareness training on what kind of signs and symptoms to look for in your development. And you know what? That might even be something that needs to be extended in a lot of places
Right.
because we don't pay attention to our kids anymore.
No, we definitely can pay attention to them a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like my wife just came in here and scolded me about my son not doing enough athletic activities.
Exactly.
Maybe that's something that I need to pay attention to more. So I mean, it happens, and you're right. I guess we all do. It needs to happen. We need to focus on our kids more because they'll be the ones ending up paying for it when they get older.
Yeah, and they will get older.
Yep.
And then if they get over with low self esteem and all they can do is play a video game, then
Mhm.
that's all they're gonna do.
Right. So
and that's a very, very, very sad way of being.
yep.
So,
It's there's a lot more. That's one of the things that I've learned. There's a lot more to parenting than just making sure your kid doesn't have a broken arm or a broken leg or something like that.
a lot more, but a lot of parents haven't reached that yet.
Yep.
A lot of parents think that if I supply them with the food, I supply them with a good housing,
Yep.
and they're comfortable with clean clothes, I dress them up like little figures of heroes and
Yep.
stuff. As long as I keep them happy and everything, I'm a good parent. Well, you're not a good parent. You're actually doing a disservice. All you got to do to the kid really to be a good parent, better not hug them. Got to be side to side.
Yep.
You got to throw them arms around the kid and just tell them that you love them.
Right.
And that's a good parent. That's start number one. If you can't tell your kid that you love them and then interact with them, and that's the hard part, because as they grow older, they don't want to interact with you. You become the dumbest person on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Your teachers take the place of that. Well, they used to anyway. I don't know if they still do it now, but somebody else becomes the smart person. You become the dumbest person on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
That's just, I don't know why they do that. Maybe it's in the DNA. But yeah, you got to interact with your kids. You have to see the signs and stuff, and not just the negative signs too.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of genius. I really believe that. Can I have a grant to do this work? That they miss because they don't pay attention to their kid.
Mm-hmm.
Some kid might be, might just be sitting there and go do, and just be doing something like that, and the parent might say, "Be quiet, I'm watching the hockey game."
Right. Yep.
And it's like, well, you didn't ask the question, why are you doing that?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to make an assumption, well, they heard it on TV. Maybe they didn't hear it on TV. Maybe they heard it in their own head. Maybe they have this natural innate thing for music.
Yep.
They have just a genius for something, and you missed it.
Right.
It could be for anything, and you missed it. And then when it's gone, it's gone. It may never come back.
Yep.
And that happens more than not, I believe.
That 11-year-old girl was smart enough and had the wherewithal to know to get the truck, to run it into someone's house. She should not go unpunished.
No, she shouldn't go unpunished.
I don't know if charges should be filed, but she should at least be in some sort of evaluation place with a mental health, where people with mental health disorders can be monitored more, because the family obviously wasn't doing their job right.
Yeah, and I'm not going to downplay the family, but I don't think they saw it.
Right. But what if someone got killed? It would be a totally different story if someone got killed.
It would be rude if someone got killed, man. You disrupt the whole family. If the breadwinner of that family that you were in the house and got killed, you just put everybody on the poverty road.
Mm-hmm.
On Skid Row, as we called it back in the day.
Right.
Just because the breadwinner died and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of what ifs that was bad and stuff. But the biggest thing is that child needs help, and the family needs to be educated in how to, because the child's not a normal child.
Nope.
So you just can't go by that's what normal kids do. Well, the kid's not normal.
Right. Yeah.
So you already got to look at it from a different perspective.
Well, Troop, it is 10:48. We have to get ready to go so we can be ready for Voice of the Voiceless. That starts at 12 o'clock on 91.3 FM WCUW. But before we go, Troop, I want to read you a little bit of a story. Just a little bit. A little bit.
Which was that?
It was a cozy night. Earlier this month at the couple's Nottingham cottage at Kensington Palace, and the pair were roasting a chicken. And the American actor said, or trying to roast a chicken, Harry said, correcting her. It was so sweet and natural and very romantic. He got down on one knee, she said. As a matter of fact, I could barely let him finish proposing. I said, can I say yes now? There is a black woman getting into royalty at Nottingham, a half black in Nottingham.
Boy. And not only is she just come from an African American stock, she's proud of it.
Yep, she is.
She's proud of her grandfather who came out of slavery and stuff.
Yep.
She's not making up any victimization excuses for her existence in life, because now she's on the road to be the queen too.
Yep, that's
she's
right.
Like, down number 5, you know. It's like, God, girl.
Right.
Bring them grits in there.
The pair giggled and they fondly remembered the moment, Harry continued. There was hugs and I had the ring on my finger and I was like, can I give you the ring? And she said, oh yes, the ring. And he gave her the ring. They are getting married in 2018.
Yeah.
And black people around the world are celebrating. They finally got some color in royalty there.
Yeah, and I think I'm not just gonna make it think like this is a racial thing or something like this. I think it's a good thing for them to really get married because they love each other.
Yep.
You know, that's what you should do. She was a divorcee. She had all the Xbox against her. You know?
I didn't know she was a divorcee. Meghan Markle was married before?
Yeah.
Oh, she really? Oh, she okay. Okay.
Yeah, so she had a lot about, and she's an American.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that goes over well with the English.
Yes, with the British royal family. Oh, I know they don't like her.
Yeah, so, but she'll be fine. She's a very attractive lady and stuff, and O. Henry likes her. And you know, I think really what drew those two together and everything was their outside activities. They're both outgoing people.
Yep.
You know, he's a helicopter pilot.
Yep.
An assault helicopter pilot, and she's somebody who she's an actress, but she's also somebody who likes camping and stuff like this.
Yep.
You know, so it's like they have a lot in common, and you know, even though she's just a commoner.
Right. Yep.
Not anymore. You know?
Yep. She's not a commoner anymore.
And the other girl was a commoner first. I forgot her name.
Oh, Pippa Middleton.
Yeah.
Yep, she was too. So we have born Rachel Meghan Markle. She's 36 years old. She's from Los Angeles, California, and she's an actress, model, and a humanitarian.
Yeah.
She was married to Trevor Engelson from 2011 to 2013, and she is engaged to be married in 2018.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah, her mom is black.
Yep. She is a sister. I don't know how that's going. I wonder if they're gonna have chitlins at the.
I don't know, but from what I hear, she got the okay from the queen and the 3 little corky dogs.
Yep. The corgi dogs wagged their tails at her and barked at Prince Harry.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, and the queen seemed to really enjoy it. I always thought the queen was a kind of a down-to-earth kind of person, rigid as she all get out. But I always thought she was somebody that was more down-to-earth.
Mm-hmm.
And see, back in the olden days, I'm gonna call it olden days, World War II, you know, 80 years ago, what was his name? Prince James? No, King James. I think it was King James. He advocated the throne to his brother Harry. Who became, they had a movie about him on, because he was the stutterer. You know, he was in line to be the king, but he stuttered, so he never wanted to be the king because he didn't think he could talk. But that's the story. But his brother was the king, but his brother fell in love with this divorcee American.
Yep.
And that couldn't happen. So for him to marry this divorcee American Protestant, just like this girl, except she didn't have the African American in there. He had to advocate the throne.
Right.
He gave the throne over to his brother and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the queen might not be able to attend the wedding.
Why not?
Because the queen did not attend Prince Charles' second marriage in 2005 because she is the head of the Church of England, which teaches that marriage is for life. And since Meghan is a divorcee,
she may not be able to go.
Yep, she may not be. She did not attend Prince Charles' marriage. But Kate Middleton is absolutely thrilled. She's thrilled about it, and everybody else is thrilled about it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't care about what goes on over there, the royal people. I really don't. I really am not. A sister's in there, so that's fine.
I think because there is a lot of people in this country that follow whatever happens overseas.
Yeah.
Like with the French with the clothing, English with their especially in the Northeast up here, everybody thinks that they're highfalutin and everything, like the Queen and all this stuff. We got our own aristocracy up here, the Kennedys and stuff like that. So there's a lot of people that follow that, and I think because there's a lot of people that follow that, they're going to be looking at racism a different way. And I'm talking about racism on Voice of the Voiceless. That's what I want to talk about, because I really want to get rid of racism myself. I think it's just one useless little one for people. I think it's useless for corporations and politics and power industry. I think it's one of the biggest tools that they're using to keep things going.
Right.
Because as long as you can victimize yourself into doing nothing, and then justify that doing nothing on your victimization by somebody else, then you're not going to progress. And as long as you're not progressing and stuff like that, they can fill those jobs up with anybody they want to.
Right. Yep.
So, as long as you can keep the poor happy because they feel happy that they're being victimized and emotionally secure, that's a power tool that they're using. I just think it's time we need to stop that nonsense.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we will be talking about that on Voice of the Voiceless from 12 to 1 on 91.3 FM WCUW. But now it is time to bid adieu to all of you. We will see you guys again on Friday, and with Troop, he will see you guys tomorrow. Because Archangel, The Return to Chivalry, will air from 3 to 4 p.m. on blogtalkradio.com/Archangel, A Return to Chivalry.
Return to Chivalry. We're going, as we go on to learn how to become an Archangel.
That's right. Yeah. All right, Troop, so this is a good show today. I will see you guys later. I'll holler.
Yeah, and y'all have that fun.